Hello guys, welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and right now the KC Cup is going on, and I wanted to show you a deck, more so revisiting it. So post-ban list, Neos. That's what we're going to be visiting, and as you could tell, it's not exactly Neos. It's not pure Neos. But it's what I would be considering probably the best way to play Neos at the moment, right? So, what is this deck? This deck focuses on Master of Rights and Magician of Chaos. Now, why is that? So first of all, Master of Rights can be used each time your life points decrease by 1,000. It is not a once per turn, so keep that in mind. And it is not a once per duel or something like that. It is twice per duel, but you can use it more than once. Even more than once within a turn, right? Return one card from your hand to the deck and choose one of the following. Add a random ritual monster from your deck to your hand, or add a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Why do we use that? Well, Magician of Chaos is pretty freaking good. Ritual summon it using Chaos form, or you could use Advanced Ritual Art, which is what we are using. Now, these are from the structure deck that also has Keeper of Dragon Magic, and that's why we're playing that, because it's really good with Neos. So, there you go. Well, on the field, or in the... this card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard. Once per turn, keep that in mind, when a spell or trap card, or... when a spell... trap card or effect is activated, quick effect, this is when it's activated, quick effect, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. If this ritual summoned card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Chaos or Blacklisted Soldier ritual monster from your hand except Magician of Chaos, ignoring its summoning conditions. Now, we're not really playing around that. I might do a deck later playing around that, but right now I wanted to focus on post-ban list Neos. Now, we can't run something like World Legacy Clash, Treacherous Trap Hole, anything like that that's semi-limited, because we have Neos Fusion, right? Neos Fusion is still really good, because you can special summon one fusion monster. You can special summon Brave Neos, right? That's pretty freaking good. So, we're running 2 Brave Neos. And then these other ones I was running because originally I was going to use Dark Hex. This thing, the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion, which is basically you can fusion summon if this is on the field as well as something else on the field, you can special summon using a Dark Fusion monster from the deck, and these are fusion monsters. And so I was like, well, we could use that. But it turned out that didn't really work as well. And we never really ended up using the other Brave Neos, or the other Neos fusions. So I was just like, you know what? We'll just run the 2 Brave Neos, and we'll go from there. Then we have Keeper of Dragon Magic. Discard a card to add a Polymerization normal spell, or a Fusion normal spell card from your deck to your hand. You can search for Neos Fusion using this guy, and you can discard anything you don't need, right? Then, you can reveal a fusion monster from the extra deck, special summon one of the fusion materials whose name is specifically listed on that monster from the graveyard. So send a Neos, then you can special summon a Neos, then you can Neos Fusion, right? Really good Neos Fusion combo, standard combo, right? Then you have, then we're running Kiteroid. We're just running 1, but this is the new card from the bingo that's going on, this event that's going on. You get one for clearing each bingo sheet. They're super easy to complete. They're like play a couple of games, play with specific characters. It's super easy. Highly recommended, because during damage calculation, if an opponent's monster attacks directly, discard the card, you take no battle damage. Then, during damage calculation, if your opponent's monster attacks directly, you can banish this card from your graveyard and you take no battle damage. It's basically 2 Temperances in one card. 2 Arcana Force Temperances, or it's kind of like Sphere Karibo. Except instead of turning the card and changing it changing its battle position, and it doesn't target as well, which is a good thing, which means Cocytus can be blocked, but it prevents them from doing damage to you. Really good, can be used twice per turn, and it's super nice. You won't really see it in any of the replays, but it was definitely very useful. Then we have Bacon Saver, 80 Changer, very classic. You send those with Neos Fusion in the grave, they can do things. This one prevents an attack. This one changes a battle position. Pretty useful. You will see 80 Changer being used. I don't know if you'll see Bacon Saver, but just trust me, Bacon Saver is like the best thing with Neos Fusion. Then we have Advanced Ritual Art. Obviously, we run triple element hero Neos, but then we have Advanced Ritual Art. This card can be used to ritual summon any one ritual monster. You must also send normal monsters from your deck to the graveyard whose total levels equal the level of that ritual monster. This guy's a level 7, this guy's a level 7. You could also run Dark Magician with this. So we go to related cards. So this is the actual ritual spell used to summon Magician of Chaos. But you could also use Dark Magician. You can use any level 7 normal monster if you so chose. Or you could use several normal monsters that aren't level 7, that add up to level 7. But since we're running with Neos, having triple Neos and then just using the Advanced Ritual Art turned out to be super nice. You could also try and run a Chaos form in case you do have Magician of Chaos and Neos within the hand. But the reason I didn't do that is because Master of Right grabs a random ritual spell card from the deck, and yeah, you have a much higher chance if you're just running one Chaos form to get Advanced Ritual Art. But I wasn't going to take that chance of like, oh, this is a key moment where Master of Right would absolutely come in handy, and oh, guess what, I drew Chaos form and now I can't actually do the combo, right? So better to run just Advanced Ritual Art. Then I only have 2 Cosmic Cyclones, but if you have 3, run 3. Super nice at taking out back row, right? Super nice at proccing this guy's effect. Once per turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, any spell or trap card or effect, any effect, pop a card. So, but it also procs Master of Rights, since you lose 100 or 1,000 life points. You activate this, and then you can search for Magician of Chaos, right? Now, Magician of Chaos also works with the activation of Neos Fusion. You get out Magician of Chaos, then you Neos Fusion, you pop a card on the field. You have to make sure that you chain this. This is a chained effect. It's a quick effect. You have to chain it to whatever other effect is going on, right? So chain it, pop it, go in. Then I'm running Floodgate, just because I don't have the third one of this. This could be really any tech card that you want, right? Of course, it's better to run triple Cosmic Cyclone. But there you go. That's the deck. Let's hop into some replays. Alright, so as we're hopping into these replays, let it be known that this is in the KC Cup Max Level 20 Duel area. So when people see that you have lethal, they will immediately surrender. And it's kind of sad. They don't really let it go through. But hey, that's what I do. So this man's playing Dino DNA. I have no idea what this dude's doing. But now he's boosted up by an extra 200 life points. We draw into a Cosmic Cyclone, which is fantastic for us. We pop, or did we draw into it? I don't know. We have a Cosmic Cyclone. Yeah, we drew into it. Cosmic Cyclone, the back row card, get it out of there. Activate Master of Rights, send Bacon Saver. I should have sent Neos, since Neos actually gets us with the advanced ritual art. Neos in the grave is, or in the deck, is much better, since you have to send something from the deck to activate advanced ritual arts. Going in, Neos Fusion for Brave Neos, and then we swing in and we see this Submarine Roid. He sets another card, advanced ritual art. We grab up ourselves a Magician of Chaos, and then we activate Neos Fusion to pop a card on the field, chain it, make sure that you chain it, and he scoops. And he's done. He sees that we have lethal. We have way over lethal. Unless he had a Kite Roid within his hand. But we have lethal right there. So, there you go. Hopping into the next. Alright, so this time we're facing off against Joey Wheeler. And we get to go second again. He's playing Grit, so we have to keep that in mind. He doesn't die immediately. Now, we draw a pretty good hand, and we even draw into a Neos Fusion. That's really good. Kite Roid within the hand, fantastic. We can immediately summon our Magician of Chaos. We do so. Magician of Chaos. Neos Fusion, activate the effect, chain it, pop the card on the field. It's Metaphys Dimension. Denied. You don't get to play. We swing in. He has Kite Roid. We're going to make him waste his Kite Roid. He swings in again. He wants to protect that Grit, so this does make sense. Then he activates the effect of his Metaphys spell, and we pop it. And then he goes, okay, I don't get to play. I'm done. This card, this deck, is still really good. And I think if spell and trap card focused decks that really require the use of continuous traps or continuous spell cards or anything that's really activated or activated from the spell or trap card zone, it's really going to be a good deck because of Magician of Chaos. And I think Magician of Chaos will rise in priority. Not in this meta, though. In a meta where it's more spell and trap card focused on getting out your monsters and stuff like that. Because right now, the meta is very focused around monster effects and not necessarily the activation of monster effects, because a spell or trap card or effect is activated, right? So it does work on effects, but it's definitely a lot stronger when a spell or trap card is activated. So let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, welcome back. So this time we are facing off against Aster Phoenix. So I'm guessing that he's running something like Bring It with the with Destiny Hero Plasma. That's what it is. We start off with Neos Fusion, just Neos Fusion, and then we set our Bacon Saver. We don't have any way to summon our Magician of Chaos. He's running Vampires. 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 I want to make a deck about this, but I don't have the cards, and it makes me sad because I love the idea of Vampires. Now, Vampires... Now, seeing this, we know for a fact that he is running Destiny Hero Plasma with Bring It, because he can proc Bring It himself, and Bring It, what it does is it scoops, or it sucks up a, Bring It gives you Destiny Hero Plasma, and then you tribute 3 monsters on the field to get yourself Plasma onto the field, and then Plasma will suck up or take and equip 1 card, 1 monster from your opponent's side of the field. Now, he made a big mistake here. He sent spell cards to the grave, that's fine. Then what he does is he tributes off his Vampire Retainer rather than tributing off the Neos. Had he tributed the Neos rather than his own card, he could have swung in and destroyed this and gotten rid of my hero Neos. My elemental hero Brave Neos. So, because he didn't do that, We take 2,000 damage for free, giving him an extra 2,000 health. So now he's at 5,000, but that's okay. Because now we can proc Master of Rites. We send the Elemental Hero Neos that we just grabbed back to grab ourselves Advanced Ritual Art. Then we advance Ritual Art. Now we have 2 really strong cards on the field. Brave Neos, swing in, grab ourselves up the Neos, sets a card, activate Neos, and he knows what's going on. We could pop a card, destroy it. Now, he drew a card and immediately set the card. That's probably a bluff, meaning that we'd probably want to go for the other set card, seeing as how Vampire Dominion isn't really going to do anything to us if we were to swing in. So, pretty good for us. So, let's hop into this last replay. Alright guys, welcome back. So this time, we are playing against Loomis and Umbra. Here we go. Let's jump in right now. Sets 3 cards. That's not great for us. Actually, it's pretty good, but it's not great, since we don't have Magician of Chaos. So what we do instead, Keeper of Dragon Magic, send Neos to the grave, grab up Neos Fusion. Now we have Neos Fusion. We also have Mirror Wall. We activate the effect to special summon the Elemental Hero Neos back onto the field. Neos Fusion, send Vacant Saver and a Neos. Then he floodgates our guy, and that's so sad. And then we just swing in. There was something that he could activate during that step. We don't know what it is, but we wanted to swing in, poke. It may be Drowning Mirror Force. It may not be. It's Dimensional Prison. He sends our guy to a different dimension and sets a card. Now we Cosmic Cyclone. Now we can activate Master of Rites. Master of Rites. Magician of Chaos. We flip up the Advanced Ritual Art that we set as a bait, and we go through with our Magician of Chaos, right? Now we also have Neos Fusion within our hand. So we activate that to pop the back card. He activates it to turn our guy. And now I am very stupid, because I didn't realize that this said once per turn. So I activate Mirror Wall, thinking I'm going to pop this card on the field. No, that's not how this works. So, when I activate Mirror Wall, it literally does nothing, right? This is kind of why I switched it out for Floodgate, because I realized, oh, this is only once per turn, meaning that overall having Mirror Force or Mirror Wall isn't as good. Even though you can pay 2,000 to destroy this, or to keep it on the field. But I figured it's not really worth it, even though, yeah, you could technically activate your effect through this. I didn't find it as useful, so that's why you see me now running Floodgate. Then we activate AD Changer to flip up what he has. We wanted to see what he had. It was Grand Tiki Elder. This man's running a Masked Beast of whatever deck. Then we just swing in, and we win. And he let us win. He let us kill him rather than surrendering. So props to him. This deck, let's talk about it real quick. All right. So this deck, it's not the best deck. Neos used to be really good, right? It was really good because it was not limited to 2. This limitation, along with limiting World Legacy Clash, is also limited to 2, meaning that you can't have both Neos Fusion and World Legacy Clash. That was a huge way to protect your Elemental Hero Brave Neos. When someone would swing in, or when someone would, activate an effect that would destroy your card, or something like that, you would just Legacy Clash it, and you were great. So that was a huge hit to Neos, right? As it was with a lot of decks. You can also run something like Treacherous Trap Hole. That's really good in the meta right now. Plus, it's not really great into a lot of the current decks because it is kind of too weak, right? Black Wings. All of the synchros are already 2600, plus they get boosted up by things like Harpy's Hunting Ground, or by their own effect or something like that, boosting it above Elemental Hero Brave Neos, right? Dark Lords, very similar story. Nastin's 2600 defense and attack. Tez is 2800 attack. Ixchel's got 2900 defense. Most of these cards can just beat over this guy. And normally it's only at 2600, sometimes 2700, but it's still not enough to really push it over the edge and make it a truly viable card, right? Yeah, it's protected by Neos Fusion, but guess what? There are a whole bunch of cards that dismantle that. For example, Destiny Hero Plasma or Dark Lord Desire. Right? This card just says, send it to the grave. This card specifically protects a monster from being destroyed. If that monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, or shuffled into the extra deck by its own effect, specifically by its own effect, you can banish this card instead. Not really great. I did try to use a different style of Neos, where I used a lot of the Neos cards. For example, I used something like I used Neo Spacian Aqua Dolphin, I used Hummingbird, I used Next, and stuff like that. Miracle Contact to really play fully into this Neos Fusion, and it just didn't work. This is the only way that I really found it to work. It's still a good deck. You could still get to King of Games with this deck, but is it great? No. Is it top tier? No. Is it fun? Yeah. Clapping Fools with this deck was actually super fun. And I would say it's one of the most fun non-meta decks. Just Magician of Chaos, Neos Fusion, all of this stuff makes it really entertaining. So, overall, those are my thoughts. It's a fun deck. It's nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it. But that's going to be it. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy it. If you did, a like is very much so appreciated. And if you want to see more content like this, just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye.